Ira Epstein with your financial market wrap-up. And this wrap-up's on one of the wildest trading days in a couple of years. I think it's over 2 years. March 2020 was the wildest day we had prior to this, according to some of the analysts on Bloomberg, when they looked at ranges and what the market did. I'll trust their research. I didn't go back and look at it, but I'll bet they're right. CPI. Remember, I often tell you, even if you had the number ahead of time, and you knew what the numbers were, it doesn't mean the market goes the way that you think. I know I said that in the past 48 hours. Here. So you get red hot CPI numbers, the biggest readings we've had in 40 years on core CPI, the Fed's favorite. The headline number, instead of dropping again, went up a minor amount, but it went up. People will dig through it and try to say, oh, well, you can see rent's going to gradually slip. Okay. Gradually. That's the words. So what happens on a day like today? Well, you never know. How's that? I give credit to the guys that today were saying early on, it's going to be a low. But what can you do? They guessed right. Smart move. Applaud them. Is it a trend change? Well, I don't know that either. What I know is for a moment, it's a pause in a bear market. That's what you've got. How can you possibly say one day changes and you're suddenly a bull market? You can't. Don't fall into these people that make these crazy statements. The guys in June, they said that was it. You're not going to make lower and lows for the year. In most cases, you did. But let's talk about that because the market held in the key zone. How long have you been watching me do this, and how long have I been telling you, watch old numbers, watch Bollinger Band lows? So let's go to a chart. For the S&P 500 index, you're up 0.69 for the week. Doesn't seem to me like that's a bull market. Number two, the market came down, made the lowest low of the whole move. Do you deny that? And we had a big rally off of it. Number three, you still have a pattern of a lower low and a higher high. Number four, because there's so many things to work with, all you did is rally back to the 18-day average of closes. So I want to be a voice of reason in a crazy world. There's nothing bullish there. You ended a bear phase today. What do I mean by that? Let me walk you right to it. The phase of the market it's not going to work, unfortunately. That arrow going means that we made a change and it didn't save. Now, don't worry about it. When you took out this high, right here, you had lower highs, the lowest of the lows. That was a warning signal that something's amiss. I didn't know you were going to end up with a day like today. Believe me, I didn't know that. If I had known it, I'd be the richest guy in the world. I didn't know it. I can see where the market might rally to. What else? You went to the Bollinger Band today. Each time you spike down to that number, you're in a zone where you finally find, and I want to use that word, a zone of support. Very important. That's what I think you got in that market. And where did you rally back to? The momentum. Now, you were oversold. You weren't embedded. That's where the pros covered. Those of you that watch me month after month, year after year, I'm consistent with what I say. That is where I contend the pros take money off the table. You've heard me say it over and over. The first challenge of a Bollinger Band, when you're not embedded, they take it all off the table. If it's embedded, they take off part. That's what I teach. When we come to the Nasdaq, you tell me. Over here is where I think they came out. I said that to you. I wasn't looking for this. That's where I was looking for the market to find its home. It can't even and didn't even get up to the upper 18-day average of closes. It's nice that you had a rally, but you haven't proven to me anything. Could it be a trade bottom? It might be. Is it a trend change? It is not. The micro Dow. You came down, challenged the lower band. Duh. Folks, we go through this every day. I'm consistent with what I say it. Down here, right here, I was saying that's where I think the pros came out. And then you went into the lower Bollinger Band. Okay, but that's where they come out. They don't get the last penny. They don't need the last penny. These big trading desks to give out the bonuses, it's not for the last penny. It's for taking a slice out of the middle over and over and over. And when they're wrong, losing smaller slices over and over. The differential makes the trade desk money. That's how it works. Well, right here is what you got. You went back to the Bollinger Band, you bounced. The Russell didn't make it. Which market have I kept telling you? It's the strongest of the group. It's been the Russell. And that seems to be where the bottom pickers are fishing in a big way. They like the small caps, they like the nimbleness of those companies, and that's where they're at. Is this bullish? It is not bullish. Did the market get back over the 18-day average today? It most certainly did. Do I think it has any legs to it? No. I think it'll, if it keeps rallying between the 1816 and 1786 level, have a heck of a lot of resistance. Then we get to the VIX. Well, who is looking here telling you you're not punching through that number? Watch out. That's your resistance zone. You're turning down. Okay, but I'm looking for support at 3067. Today was an event, not a change. 30-year bonds. Does that look bullish to you? 10-year notes. Does this look bullish to you in any manner? I mean, if it does, you're seeing something I don't see. Dollar index. These were the highs. It didn't make it to it. I thought today, if one market was going to take off, it would be the dollar. When it didn't go after the CPI, was at my desk going, there's something not right here. I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. Just couldn't do it, okay? And looking at markets, by the way, I had come in short the British pound. I had come in short for my trade recommendations. I can prove all this. Bitcoin, that was the two trades. I got stopped out of the pound real early in the morning as Ms. Truss started changing what she had said she was going to do. She said now she's talking, maybe we have to tax corporations next year, and maybe we got to look at different things. What's really happened is reality's hit her. She looks terrible. I wanted to give her a chance. I don't think she deserves it. I think we're getting beyond that. I think she's not competent at this job. I'm very quick. I mean, how could you come out this wrong right off the bat? I knew what she wanted to do. The execution of it was terrible. I know we're going to still give her a chance. Okay. Higher high, lower low. Look at how you're just fighting right there. In the pound, as soon as you got through this high, it was 11.94. I know the number because that's where the stops were at 95. I said, you can't be in the market anymore. Turned out to be the exact right thing at the right time. Bitcoin. If you were me, what number do you think I was telling my clients today, coming into today, I want them to cover shorts? What do you think I was doing in my morning subscriber video? Been telling clients to be short against the 18-day average coming out there. Goodbye. So all in all, it's one of those rare days on a crazy day where instead of me being annihilated and depressed, I should be happy. I'm not. I don't know why. I'm mentally just not happy with the action today. I cannot give you the reason why. Normally I say, I think I got a handle on it. I have zero handle on why today happened and if it'll have legs. So if you want to write me on YouTube and teach me what it is, and I don't mean that facetiously, I read them every morning. I throw away the garbage. I block people that just try to keep coming on. Hey, buy this Bitcoin. You're going to make $117,000. That's the one I read today, like me. They're nonsense. I wish, you want to know something? YouTube, get rid of these people. Get rid of them. They don't belong there. They get new handles every single day from you, and they do that. You see it. I see it. Okay. Now on the energy market. Okay, so where do we go with this? Well, certainly this is friendly to the energies. You know, if you're not talking every single day of the markets making new lows, that's friendly, and you got a bit of a bounce. The trend is still up, higher lows, higher highs. I can see that argument. As we go to WTI, same thing. And by the way, you didn't even get down to the 18-day average. So far, this is good news for them. Heating oil. Last night I put out a buy in heating oil. I missed it by a lot, 500 points. But it looks so ripe for a big rally. I'm so aggravated. It had just embedded. I tried to buy the break. My numbers, and I'm telling you, were 500 points off of where the market was. So wasn't a very good trade. In fact, I had a losing trade. I told you. In the pound today, I had a winner in Bitcoin that was big and nothing in this market. That was it for the day. Natural gas, still fighting this 200-day average in 18. My instincts are more bullish than bearish, but my hands are in my pocket. Why? If anything, there's no trend. You got higher highs, lower lows. It's sort of a mixed up chart. It's probably time to be looking at a later month. I'm watching now moving to the D, so I'm watching it very carefully if the open interest and volume is there yet where I can do that. Just a rough market right here, not one that I'm very comfortable in. So as you're getting the feel for it, and I hope you are, I'm not comfortable in a lot of these markets right now. Today was the end of a bear cycle. I am not convinced it's the start of a bull cycle. In grains, markets like that, you got to be looking. Russia's about to use the food weapon. We think that they are going to invoke that they're not getting what they want and they might as well stop the open shipping lanes for a while. Hey, they're doing it in everything else. The war's not going their way. Why not? They have a lot of wheat. They'll sell it to China, India that'll buy it, other countries. You know how that's going to work, okay? We can say all we want, that people should shun them, not buy their products. But when it comes to food, people are going to buy the food for one reason. That's how you control. You heard what I just said. That's how you control your population, especially in third world countries. Why? If they have food, they're content. Let them starve, you got a big problem on your hand, probably getting overthrown. I know you'll think I'm nuts with what I'm saying. I'm not. Go back and read history. I read it. I understand what not having food does. I'll let them eat cake. Do you remember that saying? All right. In any case, IraEpstein.com for our free offers to get this information and a lot more. And you can always follow my finger up here to our cursor. Just give it a click and away you go. I'm Ira. I'll talk to you tomorrow.